excited to be here following Amelia. I'm here with Breakfast with Champions. Can we all on mic make some noise for Amelia? Woo! We love Amelia. And if you guys didn't know, she wrote the foreword in one of my books. I had to run over and get it because she's that amazing. She has an amazing book, and I'm so grateful to have met her a few years ago. That is what community is about, right? Ramon had an event. Amelia went there. I jumped and leaped out on faith, and I asked her, I said, hey, yo, girl. Okay, I didn't say that. And she looked absolutely amazing. And I said, can you write the foreword in my book? And Amelia, you don't know this. This is a little secret, okay? She had white eyeliner on, and her makeup was so beautiful. Ever since then, Amelia, I've been putting white eyeliner on. Is that wild?
That's because I'm older than dirt. Because the white eyeliner came from the 80s, right? The 1980s. So I just kept with it. I figured eventually it just comes back around in style.
Yeah.
So I just wait. I just wait for the turn over there. Right? I really just haven't done anything since the 80s. Same thing. Same thing. Two people stop me. They go, oh my God, I love your high heel tennis shoes. I'm like, yeah, they're from 1984. They're the same shoes.
I love it.
Not a lot has changed. There you go. But I love and adore you.
I love it.
Have a great segment.
Thank you. Have a great segment. Amelia, this lady, I was watching a YouTube video and she did the white, and she said, to make it look better, put the white and then put the black on top. So now I do the white and then the black on top. So I don't know if you do the black, but that's a little tip.
There we go. That was the little corners, right? The little wings.
Yes.
Yeah,
You do
the
the
little black wings with the little white there. Yeah, I'll do whatever I can do to kind of keep my juice going. Whatever I got to do.
I love it. Thank you for coming through with us this morning. Guys, write in the chat. Give it up for Amelia. Lovely, lovely. That's what I love about community, right? I learned so much, even when it comes to like makeup and skincare. Kim Walsh Phillips, she's another one who's in here that kind of changed my life in regards to the way I look. Because I would say to her, I usually do the morning segments. I'm up early in the morning. And one time I went away and I forgot my makeup bag. And she's like, girl, you never forget, your makeup. You always have to be on. And she said, think of it when you show up in a room, like you're seeing an ex-boyfriend or ex, there that you want to have you look good. So now I have a travel makeup bag, a home makeup bag, an office makeup bag. So I have things all over the place because you can never make a first impression twice. With that being said, I am Tina, so excited to be here. It's a new year. This is a new time segment for me. I'm going to be here today, and then I think it's next week, Wednesday. I don't know. We have these beautiful things going, but I do want to thank Mary Lynn for having us here. I am a life and health coach. I'm here in my brick and mortar in Tampa, Florida, feeling supercharged today. I'm a life and health coach, but as Amelia was saying earlier, it's extremely important that we focus on one thing. Yes. I can write books, help people publish books. I can help people speak. I can be a business coach. I can do all those things. Yes, because God has gifted me, but I have to focus on one thing. And the end of last year, I decided to dial in on that even deeper, which is fitness. So if you know me, you know that is how I breathe. That is how I communicate. I have to move my body. It just does something for me. I don't know. I absolutely love it. And being here, we had a beautiful trauma-informed yoga class this morning. It's a class that I've created from different things that I've learned, and it just feels amazing. So today, and by the way, I meant to tell you, if you want to see my face, I am live. Yes, I am over here on Instagram. Good morning, Tampa Diaspora Events, Dr. Love Jones, Purple Kisses, Dorena Jefferson, all the people over there on Instagram. Good morning to you. And then if you're over here, we are on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all for coming through this morning. Today is a great topic. It's going to be a lot of interaction. If you want to get in the conversation deep, get over to Clubhouse, come up on the stage. Good morning, Trisha. Maria! Thank you for the text message, Maria. Would you want to share about Glenn's app? Even Angeline texted me up this morning about it. Do you want to chat about it? Anybody want to chat about Glenn's new app? Going once?
Well, wake up, get up in the morning and do your morning 5, check it off, get your points, and you could get merch. So all good stuff. Community building, that's what it's all about. I'm excited.
I love it. So it's an app that he has, and is it his live or is it just talk? Can you share a little bit more about it?
Well, I went into it yesterday. Well, actually, today I was a little late, and I got some points. I got 65 points.
Wow.
And I'm just playing with it right now.
Okay.
Well, not right now, but I was earlier.
I love it. I love it. I love
I'm
it.
getting familiar with it. Super excited. It's in beta, so there's gonna be some glitches. And if you've been in a beta program, or app, then you know that's going to have some glitches, and it's going to have its little tests here. But be patient, because it's going to be great.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. And as I was saying, if you want to get in the conversation, because today's conversation is going to be amazing, you want to come on over to Clubhouse. The room is Breakfast with Champions, because everyone in here is a champion. So I want to do a little roll call and say some good mornings in here. I see Christina. I see Trisha, Patty, Dr. PJ in the building. How you feeling, PJ? How you feeling, big brother?
Super fantastic. How are you? Happy New Year to you. I haven't
Yes,
talked to you this year.
Happy New Year. I know this is my first time coming in for the year. I love it. I love it. I love it. I see Victor. I see Julie. Of course, my girl Renee. I'm going to scroll through Sharon. Now, if you have a pink ticket here in the Clubhouse streets, my friend, go to the top, join the club, join the family. The community is great. Tiffany girl, how you doing? When you're swinging by the studio, I see Cobbs, I see Chris, Bev, Ralston, Leslie, Dr. Fran, Dominica. We're filled up in here. I like to go to the bottom. All these red tickets down here. So Fane, Nancy, John, Melina, Annan, Janine, Barbara, welcome, 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 and welcome. When you come into this space, you're going to get so much motivation. We're going to motivate you till you're like, oh my gosh, I can fly. That's how excited you're going to be with the motivation. But we all know that motivation doesn't last too long, right? It goes when you leave the building. It goes when that video goes off. So that's where we dig even deeper, and then we inspire you. We inspire you with our stories. And when I first started in this space, I was just like you. I was in the audience listening. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so amazing. You're learning and you're growing and you're doing all these things, but then they stretch your mind. They inspire you. But the best part about this community is the education when it comes to your mindset, right? Amelia did that so lovely. Mindset is the one most important thing. Your mindset, your fitness, your finances, your relationships, you name it, we've got it all covered here. And today I am that health and wellness person. I'm going to be talking about fitness, and it's all about walking into a workout, because this month of January, a lot of people, they start their fitness goals, right? I'm doing a Daniel fast. I'm doing a 21-day fast. I'm doing a 40-day fast, And then after that, it's over. Why? I ask you, why start something that you're not going to finish, that you're not going to complete? Think of it as your lifestyle, right? This fitness thing is a lifestyle for me, right? It's amazing. So there's 4 topics I'm going to talk about today, and it's going to be interactive. The first one I'm going to talk about is walking as a workout. That's working with your body. The second thing, I'm going to talk about vision boards and the direction that they take you. The third thing, Amelia talks about this and it jumped into my soul, masculine and feminine energy, how we move in life. And then lastly, focusing on one thing a day. But before we jump into it, does anyone want to share their highlight of the weekend? If you want to share your highlight, just, hi, mommy, welcome to the building. If you have a highlight, on mic, share it. I also want to say hello, Dorina over there, Jefferson. Anyone want to share their highlight?
Well, Stars Tina, I'm so glad to have you this year. And I don't normally share my fitness journey because my flight got delayed.
Where are you?
My flight got delayed on my fitness journey.
Oh, on your fitness journey. I love that. Like, what airport you at?
Yeah, my flight got delayed, and my baggage has not shown up. So,
where do you live, GA?
I live in Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, South Carolina. I used to live there when I was a kid. I love it.
Yeah, I lived there, but I will say that I had an epiphany, and I'll just share this really quickly. Over the Christmas holidays, everybody, my kids and a lot of people came in. My uncle came in, and we had a great time. But I saw picture stars, Tina.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing with you. You.
You know what it is. I saw those pictures and I said, you know what? The devil is alive. The devil is alive.
Anyone else saw pictures of themselves from the holidays and was like, oh, anyone else? Continue. I want to hear it. So what came up for you when you saw these pictures?
When I said, you know what? I am my father's son, but I promise you, I will not be walking around here looking like a capital P. That will not happen on my watch.
Okay, so what changes are you going to make and why?
Let me tell you something. This Tai Chi workout is, I actually did Tai Chi for stretching and things of that nature, but I've taken another approach. I have a more aggressive Tai Chi workout, and I've instituted planks, and it's whipping my butt.
I love it.
Whipping my butt, but I'm bound and determined that this is what we're not gonna do. That's a whole word. What you're not gonna do is take another picture of me next year, and I look like my daddy in the photo. That's what you're not gonna do.
Oh my God, you are making me die laughing. Is there anyone else who saw? Come on now, let's be honest. Who saw themselves and was like, "Whoa, I want to hear."
Okay, I'm gonna take a photograph of you and I'm gonna freaking make you smize and look like $1 million. Don't worry about that.
I love it. So with that being said, Gia, I love the fact that you are doing this Tai Chi. I love the fact that you're working out and the movement. But if we didn't know, 80%, GA, of the way you look is by what you're eating, right? 80, that's a huge number, 80%. So if you're not eating healthy, guess what? You're wasting your time. It's very, and you don't have to eat healthy all the time, right? Think of it as the 80-20 rule. You got to eat healthy. The other 10% is your genetics. What does your family look like? Like you said, the capital P, like your dad. If your dad's got the belly, you're probably going to be prone to getting the belly quicker. And the other 10% is exercise. So the exercise is really, really, really small. So I do want to lean on that. We are talking about walking for my first segment right here in my first portion, because walking, a lot of people are like, oh, walking's, I'm not really doing anything. But let me tell you, it is the most underrated but powerful thing you can do, right? The only thing is you got to be consistent. Consistency is key, and that works with everything in your life. Whether you want to be a better speaker, you have to speak more often, right? That's why I love being one of the hosts here on Breakfast with Champions, because I get to speak. Consistency with your mindset. What are you pouring into your mind? If you're consistently watching reality shows, wasting your time with video games, guess what? Your mind's really not going to be growing. What are you putting in your mind, right? It also clears your mind. And then think about this. If you have a relationship, is my girl in here? Yep, Trisha's in the building. Trisha, do you go walking with your husband? I'm just curious.
We haven't been consistent with it lately. I can tell you that.
Okay, because she does everything with her husband. That's why I had to ask her that. But when you're walking with your loved one, I saw this on Instagram, so you guys know it's true. When you're walking with your loved one and you're holding their hand, and your arms are rocking side to side and you're on the same leg, your body tends to move the same. You're feeling your heart rate, all those things, and you get even closer. So think about that. You get to grow your relationships with your loved one. And even if it's not your spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend, just that connection with the person, talking and breathing really, really helps. Now, when you stop treating fitness and exercise like punishment, it's so much easier, right? So in my opinion, if you can walk, you can start your day in a great, wonderful way. Is there anyone here that does walking on a regular basis? If so, I would love to hear how you do it. And remember, if you're in the audience, everyone has a seat at the table. Bring your way up to the audience. This is not just a me talking, chat conversation. I know my mother used to walk in her woods. She has like this huge woodsy area behind her. And when she first started doing it, she would go on FaceTime all the time and just talk. I'm like, Mommy, nobody cares about your walking. She'd be walking in the woods, but it was good for her, right? And she inspired other people to walk as well. So before I dive into the next topic, anyone have questions, comments, want to add their thoughts about walking as a great workout for your body? I would love to hear.
I have to walk Jules because she will go bananas if I don't. So I have to walk her twice a day.
Who's Jules?
Jules is my pit bull. That's a prissy
Okay,
little
okay,
princess.
okay. So I know we have someone on stage. I was like, who you walking? You said a prissy little pit bull. Talk to me about that. Do you walk them?
Yeah, I have to walk her because she gets the zoomies. So that's our treat. Normally, I'm about to take her out in about 12 minutes, and we're gonna do our little walk.
How long
And
do you
I-
guys walk?
For about 15, 20 minutes. We have like a track that we go.
Okay.
A route that
All right.
we go.
Is it an
Oh,
older
yes.
dog or a younger dog?
Jules is about 3 years old.
Okay.
So,
So
yeah.
so I want to challenge you, for you and for Jules. There's something called a Nike running app. Now, in my community, by the way, I have a health and wellness company, and we actually have a brick and mortar here. We have an amazing community, and we have a walking challenge where every month we get on the Nike running app, and each month there's a certain goal. So with this Nike running app, GA, or anyone else who has a dog, you can press start. And then it starts your mileage of how long, how fast it takes you to walk or run. So you said it takes you you walk for about 15 minutes. And when I first started my fitness journey, I was over 200 pounds, and my girlfriend and I, we would go walking in the park because we couldn't run, right? The knee, when you have so much weight on your body, it's very hard to walk. So we'd walk around the park, and it took us like 15 minutes, and we were so excited. We were like, we did a mile, we did a mile. And then you want to start getting better. So I want to challenge you, GA, to get the Nike running app. So when you're with your dog, you can see in that 15 minutes, did you go a mile? Did you go 2 miles? And then each time challenge yourself to do a little bit better. What are your thoughts on that?
I like it. I do have the little health thing that's on the iPhone with the steps, but I really haven't played with that. But I'll download that Nike app because I really don't know how far we walk. So
Yes.
that would be good to know.
Yes. Very good. And that's a great way to start with the 1 mile. By the way, guys, I am loving my fitness journey. Okay. I'm going to pause and just share a quick little story. If you never saw me before, fitness has always been a thing for me for as long as I can remember. And I guess I'm not going to say fitness, I'm going to say movement, right? As a child. But then in my 20s, if I felt I was gaining weight, I would just exercise and boom, the weight would fall off. Are there any women out there when you're in your 20s, the weight just fell off? Woo, super simple, right? But then when I got into my 30s, it was like, I had to slow down with the eating. All right, not too bad. But then when the 40s came, I was like, what? I had to exercise even more. I had to eat even healthier. Lot of mercy. When this 50 came, I'm 53 right now. And let me tell you, this peri, whatever you want to call it, woman, perimenopausal woman, and this, that, and the other, things just started going bonkers, right? Not to mention, I was vegan for like 7 or 8, maybe 10 years, when you're on and off learning it. So I was vegan for a really, really long time. And that was something I really wanted to do. I wanted to be healthy. I thought it was cool. But my blood type and my body was like, girl, you cannot be vegan. I had just finished a full marathon in Paris. So I was like, hey, I was feeling myself. But then when I would teach class, it would be like 30 seconds of running, jumping jacks, anything. And I would be so winded. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. Legit, I would sound like this. That's what it sounded like. Like I could not catch my breath. I was 49. And I remember this so clearly because my father passed away at 49 years old from a massive heart attack. Looking at him, he looked super healthy. He was a construction worker, so he built houses. He did all sorts of stuff. But he had high blood pressure, cholesterol. He probably had diabetes. He was Black. He smoked cigarettes. Like everything on that chart, he had. So me, 49, I got to be healthy. I'm going to be vegan. I'm going to exercise. So I didn't know what was going on. So I went to the doctor because I didn't want to die, right? And I told the doctor, he put a heart rate monitor on me for 2 weeks. He did an EKG. He put me on the treadmill for a stress test. I come back 2 weeks later. And now, mind you, the doctor was overweight. Does anyone here have a doctor that's overweight? And I don't know about you, but it really pisses me off when someone tells me what to do and I'm looking at them. I'm like, you're fat, you're overweight. How are you telling me this, right? Like years ago, my cholesterol has always been kind of high. And at the time, I was super healthy eating. This is when I had started my veganism journey, and I was eating no meat. I was eating a lot of shrimp and eggs, and my cholesterol went up. And the doctor's like, "Well, you need to stop eating fast food." I'm like, "She's overweight." I'm like, "I'm not eating fast food." So it really got me upset. So currently, when I went for this heart test, and the doctor's looking at me, he's like, "Your heart is wonderful. It's pumping great. Your organs are great." And I said, "So why does it hurt when I exercise?" Because it would be 30 seconds and my heart is like, boom, 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 boom. He said, "Well, you have bad blood." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Bad blood? What is bad blood?" My hemoglobin levels were very, very low. They're supposed to be like a 12. I think was like, I was at like a 6 or 8 because I wasn't eating red meat for so long. That was when I was 49. So I started eating red meat again. And I really hate, I really don't like it now still, but I do when I feel kind of imbalanced. And then over the years, the weight started coming back. I didn't notice because no one's going to tell you you're gaining weight except your daughter, because my daughter told me, right? And then next thing I know, I went to Jersey in the winter, something you shouldn't do if you're Tina and you love your girlfriend's food. And the scale just started hiking up, hiking up, hiking up. And I didn't notice because, you wear leggings. Long story short, the scale got to like 199, sometimes over 200. And this is the beginning of this year. Well, beginning of last year. And I'm like, what is going on? Right? The perimenopausal thing. So if anyone here has ever heard of 75 hard, 75 hard is an extremely challenging thing to do to get fit. It's created by a man. It's for men. It is not for women over 40. It's just clearly not. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. In the past, I have tried it several times. Started, stop, started, stop, started, stop. And what it consists of, every day you have to read 10 pages of a personal development book. Easy. Exercise twice a day, 45 minutes, once outside, one inside. Again, easy for me because I love working out. Drinking a gallon of water, taking a before and after picture. These things were not challenging for me. So this last year, I think it was January, February, I'm focused. I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm trying to drag everyone in to join me. Come on, Marilyn. Come on, Renee. I'm pulling everyone in to join me for this 75 hard. I am locked in. When I say locked in, I'm doing more than 2 workouts a day. I joined a running club. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And at the end of the first month, because you have to do before and after pictures every day, I'm looking at the before picture. I'm looking at the after picture and I'm like, I don't really see a big difference. The scale was probably down maybe 2, maybe 3 pounds. I'm like, what's going on? And I hear people say, well, it's the menopause. It's a I don't want to hear about the freaking premenopause. I want this fat off my body, right? So I'm talking to my daughter, who's a professional dancer, fitness person, all that great stuff. And she's like, Ma, I've been telling you a long time, those types of workouts are not meant for your age. You have to do something a little softer for your body, some yoga, some Pilates, some stretching, that sort of thing. So I went to my boyfriend, ChatGPT, and I typed in a bunch of questions about 75 hard and women over 50 and blah, 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 blah. And he was like, girl, that is not, and he does say that to me. That's how he talks to me. He's cool like that. And he says, 75 hard is not for women over 40. It's created for a man. Us women, we are soft. We are delicate. We are sensual. We don't need all that hardness. So PJ, when I stopped 75 hard and I focused on me and what I needed to do, everything changed. I'm pulling over the book that changed everything. And if you're looking at my screen, you will see the book, Fast Like a Girl. This is by Dr. Mindy Peltz. She is a champion. She's a winner because of her and a bunch of other things, but I'm going to really attribute it to her. My fitness journey for me has changed, right? Because as we grow, we change as people, as bodies, all that great stuff. So after this 75 debacle, in the book, she talks about fasting. I've always fasted. Let me see some stars in the chat if you currently fast. I don't care if it's 12 hours, 15 hours, whatever. Let me see if you fast. Now, I've always fasted about 12 hours a day. That's super simple. Fasting can be your last meal 7 p.m., your next meal 7 a.m. I see Patty fast. Thank you, Patty. If you fast, let me see some stars. Now, I had done that forever. So when you do the same thing all the time, you tend to get used to it. So my body was used to that 12-hour fast. So I stretched it out. Looks like Patty does 14 to 16 hours. Beautiful. Looks like Coco fast, Amanda fast, Sharon fast. But then, guys, that wasn't working. It wasn't working too much. So then I said, you know what, crew? With my community, let's all do one day 24-hour fast. Has anyone here ever done a 24-hour fast? Looks like Patty does no weekends. I love that. If you've ever done a 24-hour fast, you'll notice things changing in your body.
I will just die. I will just die. I'm telling you right now.
Go for it.
For some reason, I could do 16. I've even done 18. But for some reason, then I hit a wall, and I really don't think I could do it. I guess it's what I'm saying to myself. But Tina, I've never done it because I just think I will die.
Okay. Patty, wait, listen to this story, girlfriend. And you guys, by the way, you can jump in anytime you want. If you want to unmic and say something, you don't have to wait for me to say unmic because I probably won't see you. So just unmic if you want to blurt. I'm cool like that. But Patty, check it out, girl. So we were doing 24-hour fasts once a week for about a year in my community. Some people do it, some people don't. But I mostly did the 24 hours. And the way I would do it was Saturday night would be my meal. And usually we try to do this early, like 3 or 4 or 5, 6, the latest. And the next meal would not be until Monday night. And this was cool because Monday nights we have our accountability meetings. So we'd hop on, hey, how'd you do? Hey, how'd you do? And everyone would chat about it. And there's this one girl in our community. She is a beast mode. Her name is Aisha. She'd always say, well, I'm going to do 48. I'm going to do 72. And I'm like, man, because if she did it, I have to do it, right? So the 24-hour fast, Patty, the scale stopped moving. It was like, okay, girl, I'm not doing much more. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do 36 hours. The first time I did 36 hours, I was kind of freaking a little bit. I said, okay, Saturday night is going to be my last meal. My next meal is going to be Monday morning. This was kind of simple because, you go to church on Sunday, you keep moving, and I did it. So I would do 36-hour fast 2-3 times a month. Again, things are going good. And about a month ago, I was doing my 24, 36. And when you listen to this woman, if you listen to her Instagram, she's always posting stuff, and I always repost it because I'm always learning things, right? And she says how you have the 48, you have the 72, different things happens to your body, even water fasts. So on the particular day I'm doing this 36-hour fast, I said, you know what? Let me go for 48. It's the end of the year. I'm really focusing on designing my 2026. I'm really wanting more clarity in my life when it comes to my faith, my fitness, my relationships, my business. I just feel like I'm scattered and I'm all over the place. And I'm like, So I said, okay, I'm going to do 48 hours. And then 48 hours came and I was like, something's missing. And I was kind of like battling with myself. I was like, okay, Tina, you are not going to eat until you get clarity. Clarity in what? Clarity in everything. My relationship, people, work. So let's just say, Patty, that 48 hours turned into 7 days of eating no food at all. Now, as I'm approaching this 7th day, I'm still not getting any clarity. I'm getting pissed right now because I'm like, I'm tired of fasting. I'm tired of I'm drinking water. I would make a protein shake because, mind you guys, I'm a fitness professional. I teach fitness classes. I got to teach spin. I got to teach yoga. I got to teach strength classes, right? But I'm not eating food. As I'm approaching day 7, I'm talking to my daughter and she's like, why are you doing this? I'm like, because I want clarity. I want God to talk to me. And I said, I don't know if I'm going to eat tomorrow. And then she must have done some research. And she's like, well, I'm seeing that you can go 21 days without food. And I was like, thinking about it. Who knows? So I kept going and kept going and kept going. And Patty, I got to like day 19, right? And I started feeling weak. And I'm like, okay, girl, you're going to have, now every day I was losing a pound. I did love that because I get on the scale every day. I got on the scale every single day. The scale went down. There's a method to my madness, right? Because it's more than the numbers. And on this day, it was last Friday, actually, I remember I was in Body Pump, and in Body Pump, this is a weightlifting class, and there was 10-pound weights or 5 pounds. I don't know. It was 10 pounds on each side. And I was struggling. I'm like, what in the world? My heart is pumping. And normally I'll put like 30, 20 or 30 on it. And I'm like, okay, Tina, you got to start eating food again. So then I slowly started eating soups. And then I was like, okay. So yesterday actually Sunday, I had my first meal in 21 days. And let me tell you, Patty, the clarity that I got, few things. First of all, saving money. Second, just watching people eat in the world, how people will say, oh my God, I gotta eat. I'm starving. I'm hungry. First of all, you're not starving. Okay. You have food. We have so much access to food. It is ridiculous. And I'm watching people eat and they look like animals. It's like, scarfing down the food like there's no tomorrow. We don't need all of that food. Patty, talk to me about what you heard me say in regard to the fasting. Do you think you can do it a little bit?
I mean, it's something worth challenging. I might give it a go. I'm definitely gonna consider it. For some reason, I get so excited when I come to it works. My fast just happens to be like I'm busy, so I'm like, you know what? I'm busy anyway, so let me do it. And I did it for autophagy, for regeneration of cells. That's why I did it. I started doing fasting more for that than the actual pounds. But then, like GA, when I saw the pictures, thank God for AI, when they tweaked me a little bit, and I looked so good. Because I was like, what? I look like that? Like I've only been really putting on my clothes, doing a quick glance at the mirror, remembering who I am. I'm like, oh, hi, Patty, how you doing? I'll keep moving. But let me tell you something. I love stretch clothes. I do, guilty. But I definitely, I would, once, so I do the fast, but it's oxymoron. I do the fast, and then, I'm a carb girl. I don't even drink anything except like my tea, my water, and my champagne, But other than that, it's not like wasted calories like Starbucks. I love my pasta, and I love it with my bread on the side and some butter slathered on that, and then I'll take another serving because it's so good, and then I eat like a glutton. I do. I'm that person. And so I just get so excited when it's time to eat. I'm like, yay, time to eat, I know, I'm gonna give it a go, but I have a question, so what visual or mantra, do you how do you stay out of the kitchen?
A few things. I see Chris Kissel in the building. I want her to chat. I see Vanessa said something about 8 hours for women messing with your hormones. I'm going to say no, right? Less is more. How did I do it actually? First of all, water. A couple of days I carried a gallon of water around with me. And first of all, hunger pains only last for about 20 minutes. That's it. If you can fight through those 20 minutes, you will be fine, right? I already wasn't eating until like 10, 11 o'clock. Now, I know some people take medication, so they need to take the food or whatever. But when it came time to, and I went out to eat, Patty, because I had people go out to eat, like, let's go out to eat. Sure, I'm not eating. You're eating. And then, Patty, another thing, I would eat through people. I know that sounds crazy. People would eat like, I'm looking at their food, and it's visualization, right? Your mind does not know the difference between reality and not reality. So I'm looking, okay, I'm not physically eating the food, but my mind is eating it. I had chicken parm and ziti. I had pancakes, eggs, and sausage, right? We went away for the holidays, and I cooked breakfast for everyone. I made pancakes, eggs, so I made all this food and then sat down and watched everyone eat. It's about the mindset, because for me, Patty, it's all about that why, right? Your why has to be so freaking big. And I got sick and tired of looking at the Oompa Loompa. I'm gonna stand up. Like, if you see me now, Patty, I'm just like, hey, Oompa Loompa is gone. And I'm looking and I'm like, where did it go? The flat belly, gone. Because I was so sick and tired of that whole pouch there, right? So that was.
You're harming yourself though, because anytime I've ever seen you, you look good. I'm just saying.
I'm good at covering it up, Patty. I'm real good at covering it up. I'm real good at that. But the look, and then it was deeper than that. I wanted to get closer. Good morning, Carla. I wanted my connection with God to get closer. And I was just waiting. I'm like, give me my download. Give me my download. Because a few months ago, I actually heard from the Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, God, whatever you want to call it, for the very first time. PJ, this freaked me out because I hear people talk about it all the time. Well, I'm talking to God. Well, God told me this. And I'm like, yeah, right. They just want to sound like they're close to God, blah, 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 blah. That's what I thought. And then I had put I put meditation into part of our morning workouts. Like we do our morning workouts and I would say, okay, guys, we're going to meditate. We started with 2 minutes, then 3, then 5. And this particular morning, as we were meditating, God clearly said to me, do not give up on my people, Tina, because there's some people in my community, in the world, and it's challenging for them to do the work, right? When I say do the work, I mean exercise, meditate, journal, whatever it is. And I was ready to just like let go. And he was like, don't give up on my people, Tina. And then I was putting together a retreat and I was like, how am I going to do this? And he said, congratulations, Patricia, on losing 30 pounds. And he was like, don't worry, the money will come. This will come. So when I heard that was another reason why I did this fast. I'm like, okay, God's going to give me all the answers. I'm going to shut up. Anyone else want to share before I move on? I'm so off track. Let me see if there's anything in the chat.
Hey, Tina, it's Chris.
Hey, Chris! Guys, we love Chris. Chris is our Prove It Queen. Because of her, she taught me about the, what are those things, Chris?
Ketones.
Ketones. Thank you. Go ahead.
I can't fast without my ketones. I don't know how you did this. You did this. How long did you fast?
19 days. 19 days.
Mm-hmm. The last time we spoke was Thanksgiving when we did that class together.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, girl, I'm so proud of you. And since I came on a little later, have you said anything about your gorgeous daughter being on fitness?
I have not, but I'm so excited. We can talk about that now, right?
I'm so proud of her.
Girl, when you see this show. So guys, I have a daughter. Her name is Divinity. She lives, and you got to watch her Instagram, Chris. She got this dress. It's a Dolce Gabbana dress. She's renting it. She didn't buy it. I'm like, how much is it? And she was like, Mom, it's not for sale. It's not for sale. Like someone on American Idol had the dress. Anyway, my daughter is a professional dancer. Well, she retired from that. She's now a fitness professional. Now, her fitness professional was being a professional dancer and doing yoga, Pilates. That was her thing. But she has a lot of friends in the industry, right? Like one of her friends is a chef for Justin Bieber. Another person was on Survivors. Like you name it, she has friends all over the place. And one of her friends was a contestant on Survivor. And she said, hey, they're coming out with this new reality show. Do you want to audition for it? My daughter auditions for everything, right? So she auditioned for this show. It's called Trainer Games, like personal trainer. She does personal training, but again, not deep. Let's just say she got chosen for the show. They did it this summer in May in Africa, Mauritius, not California, Africa, Mauritius, Africa. My daughter was not a runner. I would really try to make her run with me all the time. She never ran. She'd go to the gym. She's very small. And in this competition, first of all, swimming is her thing because she's a surfer. So Chris, the first time they had to swim, I think she said it was like 2 miles, like back on the paddle-y thing or whatever. And the obstacles they had them doing, first of all, they had to climb a mountain. She's never climbed a mountain, like a real mountain. They had these things attached to them if you've ever like gone on a mountain. And she's saying all these things they had her doing that she had never done in her life. Now, the other competitors, one of them was in the Olympics. Another one did an Ironman. Like these were legit athletes. Not to say dancers are not athletes, but they're a different type of athlete, right? Which goes into that mindset, right? I'm not going to say how far she got into the season, but she got more than halfway through the episodes. And one of the things that she told me, they had to climb a mountain and they did not have a harness. And she said she really thought she was going to die. And I said, so what kept you going? And she said she thought the whole trip, she thought about her brother. And I'm going to post something that she said about him. Her brother, my son, was murdered in 2016. And she said when she was going down this mountain thinking she was going to die, she thought about her brother when he had the gun in his face, how he must have felt. So she felt, I got to get through this. I got to get through this. Now, when you're doing a reality show, TV cameras are everywhere. So she said she knew when she got to the top of the mountain, the cameras would be there ready to just like grill. And she was so mad, right? She gets up there and she puts on this fakey smile. But then afterwards, when the cameras was off, she's screaming at them. Like, why would you have us do that? Because there's signs that say professional climbers only. And the stick to itiveness and pushiness, it's coming on Amazon Prime. It's called Trainer Games. She's the only black person, only black girl on the show, so it'll be very easy to point her out. And Chris, I'm actually going to LA this week to visit her because she's having a launch party. And then the following week, we're going to Bermuda to do a race. We're having a premiere party there, which is going to be party, and then one in New York. So, Maria, I'm coming to New York. I'm going to send you the invite. In 2 weeks, I'll be there for that. So hopefully you can come. So, Chris, thank you so much for shouting her out.
Excuse me, hello, New York, Patty from New York.
Patty from New York. We're gonna be at the Moxie. Have you guys ever heard of the Moxie? It's really nice. So, Patty, I want to hug your neck. Hopefully you can come.
Hello.
Is that my Trisha girl? Let's have a BWC meetup. Trish, what do you say?
Let's figure it out.
I love it. Okay, guys, I am so off track. We have 15 more minutes. See, this is why.
Tina,
can
I point something out?
Go for it.
There's somebody else on the stage. She's been driving me nuts with this fasting stuff. Charlene, you're there?
Charlene's here? That's another person who inspired me, guys. Charlene is the one who inspired the 7-day. Let me tell you, and I'm going to turn the mic over to her. Charlene does a segment, 4 a.m.s. I don't know if she's only on Monday mornings, but she does a 4 a.m. segment. And for the longest time, she was talking about her fasting journey and some test she takes with the poop, right? I don't know if it's colonoscopy or something else she does, but she was talking about how she does a 7-day water fast. And the week I asked her this question, you don't even know this, Charlene, was the week I started my fast. And it was an unintentional fast. I didn't plan on it. I said, do you think I can do your 7-day? I got to laugh now. Do you think I can do your 7-day water fast while exercising? And she was like, sure you can. And I'm laughing now because I didn't think I could do 7 days. And I did 19. Charlene, please share with the person how fasting has changed your life, changed your mother's life. Please, because everyone needs this. Go for it, girlfriend.
Thank you, Stars. Good. Is it still morning for you guys? I don't even know.
Yes, it is.
Morning. So, Salamat Pagi, you guys. For those of you who are not familiar with me, Shirley Wilson's my name, and I'm one of the moderators here in Breakfast with Champions on 4 a.m. stage. So if you didn't know that we have a 4 a.m. stage, we do. And I do speak every Monday, and I speak every first and second Friday of the month. And I was sharing about fasting and how I just really felt from October called to fast. So I've been doing like 7-day water only fasts to bring the body into autophagy, which I'm sure Stars has shared about. You know, it's the body's natural intelligence to heal itself. And my mom, I was speaking to her about fasting, and I was saying like, Mom, I just feel like we really just need to fast. And then she had some blood work done, and it came out that she had some type of bacteria in her tummy. So I said, well, we're not waiting for medicine to work or this scan that you need to have. Let's just go straight into fasting. So we did. A couple of days later, 7 days was the goal for me. My mom felt like she was fine. She went on for another 7 days, I believe it was. And, you know, it's really helped her body to heal. Now, since that first cycle, I've done another one. I've done one more cycle, which was December 1st through December 7th. And what that did is it really helped to reduce my blood pressure. Now, I've been dealing with hypertension for a very, very long time. And shortly after I had this last fasting, where I implemented using psyllium husk and bentonite clay to basically scrub out the insides of my intestines to get the mucus out. With that, and then introducing food slowly, I went to my doctor, they did my blood pressure, and my blood pressure is 120/80, which is perfect blood pressure, and it hasn't been like that in 15 years. So our body just has this ability to heal us, to heal ourselves, but it also has the ability to produce stem cells. So you may feel like, oh my God, I couldn't not eat. But once you stop eating, ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, is going to switch off. And your body's going to turn onto itself, and it's going to do what it needs to do and feed on your fat storage. So you're not really going to feel hungry. And if you do, you're likely to be dehydrated. So you just drink more water and making sure that there's electrolytes in that. Back to you.
Thank you so much, so much. I know that gave many people some insights. Did your fast start already? I know I'm in your group, but I haven't been in. She started a WhatsApp group and community. Have you started that? Is it finished? Can people still join?
People can still join. It hasn't started yet. We have an info Zoom on Saturday, so people can ask questions. We can, if women are on their cycles, is now the right time or not? What types of water you can drink, because you want to make sure that there's electrolytes. Because if you're drinking, you could actually be flushing all the minerals out of your body, which you don't want to do. So I can post a link.
Yes, please.
I can do that.
So Patty, maybe you want to sign up for this, that'll get you to 24 hours, maybe 18 being in the group, because when you're in community, it helps you so much and it makes it so much easier to do these things. So please sign up for her chat. And also Chris, I have to really connect with her even deeper. She is our Prove It affiliate that really helps you. Can you explain what it actually does when it comes to the hunger? Because maybe Charlene might want to get some, Chris. Can you share what the ketones actually do?
Yeah, the ketones, well, after you're fasting for quite a while, I'm sure you guys know this, the experts, your body starts producing ketones. But really a great way to get you started is to drink pure therapeutic ketones, and Prove It is a company that created the first pure therapeutic ketones on the market, and they are still the best. You can argue every point on me if you want, but they fuel your body. So actually, remember my go-to guy, Dwayne?
Yes.
Dwayne,
Mm-hmm.
He did a 7-day water fast, but he had done it several times, and he did it. He said, I'm going to do it with your ketones. So he did it with my ketones. He goes, I'm not going to make any promises. You care what I say about it, what you've done. I go for it. I believe in it. Go for it. And maybe it doesn't work for everybody or everything. He did it. And by day 3 in a regular water fast, he would find his workouts, which he is a workout beast. His workouts were hard to do, kind of like what you were talking about, Tina. And then he would have to eventually just cut back his workouts to nothing to get to day 7. When he used the ketones, his workouts actually amped up. And he said they amped up so much he had to hold himself back during the 7 days because he didn't want to hurt himself. He had that much energy. Excuse me. Tickle in my throat. He had that much energy from drinking the ketones. He was thoroughly impressed, loved the product. And what it does, it also fuels your brain, and it does calm down that hunger, the ghrelin, that hunger hormone. It totally calms that down, and it keeps you clear and alert, so you don't get that foggy brain, you don't get that shakiness, you don't get that hangry feeling. So even if you just used it for the first couple days to get you into where your body's making its own, that's good. But in my thinking is, why not add more ketones to your body, make it easier in your body to have these ketones and be the best self you can be while you're fasting. So yeah, check with me if I'll put a link in the chat.
Yes,
if
thank
you guys are interested, and check out my bio. You can get a hold of me through that, and Tina can connect you to me. But I've been drinking these for 10 years, guys. I can't believe it's been 10 years, Tina.
It's wild, right? So as I'm scrolling through the chat here, I do want to thank everyone that's here. We're getting near the end, so I just want to acknowledge GA. Thank you for opening yourself up to letting us know your plane. What did you say? Your plane didn't land or something? You missed the plane? How are you feeling after hearing this conversation, GA? Are you inspired a little bit?
I actually haven't eaten today, so I'm just going to go ahead and do 24-hour fasting today. I haven't eaten. I've just had coffee and water. So, yeah, I mean, I'm inspired. And yeah, I said my plane was delayed. My baggage was caught in O'Hare on my fitness journey. So,
I love it. I love it.
I'm going to go ahead and do the fast today. I'm a preacher's kid, so I don't need to go any further than that. Y'all already know.
Okay. I see Eric coming up to the stage. If anyone wants to share, I do want to go deeper. I noticed where someone said in February we have Ramadan. If you guys didn't know, during COVID, I actually took my Shahada, and I was Muslim, and I actually did Ramadan. And when it goes right back to that mindset. At the time, I was teaching probably 7 to 8 spin classes a week, doing other classes as well. And I was like, I can't do that. But again, it's about that community. And I remember the first day, and if anyone is here that can speak into it even more, because I'm not too good with the details because I'm not Muslim now. I know twice a week they fast as well. But I remember the first day, it was of Ramadan, and then we got on our little calls, and because we'd get up super early in the morning because you have to eat before the sun rises, and then when it sets, that's when you can eat. And everyone was like, "How did you do, Tina?" And I felt so bad because I didn't even try. In my mind, I was like, "I can't do this. I need food to exercise, blah blah blah." And then the next day, I was like, "Okay, I'm going to do it," because it felt like so many people were counting, like we were a family. We were so close, and I actually did it. I was like, "Oh my gosh." I did this whole thing. So if anyone is familiar with how Ramadan or fasting for the Muslims work, I would love to hear if you know anything about that or know a little something, something. PJ, you know anything about that? I guess not. That's okay.
Can I jump into this really quickly?
I would love to, yes.
I don't really know much about Ramadan, but I do know that at the time that you said, I think that's pretty much it. And then they just continue with right now. I don't think there's anything any different than that. Obviously, I don't know how many days it is.
Right.
But I don't think it's much different from that. It's kind of like into what some Christians do at the beginning of the year for 21 days, like 6 till 6.
Right.
It's akin to that. And then just having like a spiritual focus. But what I wanted to add to the conversation is that for some people, you may find fasting difficult because of your menstrual cycle, because that's if you're still cycling, of course. And also if there's parasites in the body, because parasites, they are going to push wanting glucose. So you might just feel like you just cannot not have sugar. So one of the things that I would recommend you do, and I think that's what made my first fast stupid easy. Like I only had cravings 3 times in 7 days, which were all it was all emotive. Like once I was emotional about something, that's when I felt like I want to eat. That's when I learned that there was still residue of comfort eating that was there, but it's not something that overtook me. So when I did the parasite cleanse, it was just one capsule actually. It's called albendazole. It's kind of in the family of ivermectin, fenbendazole, and mebendazole. And when I took that, it really eradicated many of the parasites, which was really driving my cravings for sugar.
I love it.
You can start with, because I don't want to get into the whole parasite topic, but you can start with just drinking clove tea. Clove tea, that's going to help with the eggs. Papaya seeds, if you want to do that. Wormwood, you can find some herbs that can support that. But you can do the research and you can find it, but that might help you prior to doing a 7-day fast.
I love it. Make sure you click her link in the chat, guys. We have about 5 minutes left till this segment is over. And if what we've said has sparked something in your mind, it's like, ooh, I got an aha moment. I like this. I would love your support. I would love your digital currency. At the top, you see my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is I Am Stars Tina, or Stars Tina, Stars with a Z, Tina. I would love if you would roll over there and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have fitness videos of all kinds. I have different playlists. Chris actually has a playlist on there for mindful movement. We have a yoga playlist. We have a playlist with exercises for seniors. We have also motivational talks, also nutrition. So I would really appreciate if you would go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe there. We have virtual classes, we have in-person classes, and I just love everything that we do. I did have 3 other topics today. We didn't have an opportunity to get to them. I wanted to go into vision boards a little deeper, that masculine, feminine energy, and focusing on one thing a day. With that being said, just really quick, your walking and movement consistency, right? It's the same thing with your vision boards. Your vision is how you're going to get there. When it comes to that masculine and feminine energy, how we move in our life, whether it's powerful and strong like a man or soft and dainty like a woman, we are moving towards the things that we want. And lastly, let's just focus on one thing. As Marvin would say, follow one course until successful. If you want to look and feel a certain way in a relationship, in your clothes, follow one course. Today, what is the one thing you one thing you're going to do today? And my goal today is to build my fitness community. How do I do that? With my YouTube channel, with my events, with my classes. If you're interested in growing your mindset, your fitness, right? You need that help. You're over 40 and you're like, pulling out your hair. You don't know what to do. Join our community. We have so much fun. We have a mini retreat coming the end of March. We have an 8-week program coming up. We have our classes. We have all those things, which I absolutely love. Again, I am Tina, also known as Stars Tina. You can find me all over the place, Stars Tina. Today, we talked about walking, right? Excited for those that are going to expand their eating window, shall I say, not eating window, so that they can let their body rest, right? Think about if you had to walk all the time and you never got to stop. That's what your organs are doing. They're like, why is she feeding me? Why is he making me work so hard? Give your body a break, guys. Drink some water, stay away from the processed foods. I am complete. I'm giving a little air here if anyone wants to say anything before we get out of here.
Good morning. I just want to say really quickly that I've really enjoyed the clubhouse on today. It's very informative with the guest speaker, Amelia, and Stars Tina, you're dead on. I just want to quickly add, you were talking about fasting and getting rid of brain fog. There is a fast called the Lemonade Fast, and it's a great fast. It includes lemon, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup, all organic. And what it does is it really gets rid of brain fog. Not only that, it gets rid of toxins in the body. This fast can go for like 5 or 10 days. The maple syrup is what gives you the nutrition. The water flushes out your system, and you can really physically see the toxins releasing from your body. So I just wanted to share that with you. And Stars Tina, I will check out your YouTube channel, and I'll have one also. I'm in the gym, so there's a lot of noise in the background here. I apologize for that. But I'm on YouTube as well, EP Fit. So I'll check you out, Stars Tina. And thank you for allowing me to share briefly.
I love you. Thank you. EP Fit. Let's subscribe to her. And she is so true. Dr. EP, I actually have a video on my YouTube channel. I did that whole thing that you just mentioned, and I added a little extra stuff to it. So with mine, if we can mute her, someone help me out. It was water, cayenne pepper. I used ginger, turmeric. It's a whole bunch of stuff. And I lost 7 pounds in 5 days. Of course, I did it a while ago, but then I did that along with intermittent fasting. I had only done 18 hours of fasting with that drink. So I need to add it back into the rotation, but thank you so much for adding that. If you gain a little bit of value, give us subscribe over there on YouTube. I'm so excited. I'm throwing the mic up in the air. I have no idea who's catching it.